Some people want to know how it is that I live with grief, deep grief, after the murder of my daughter. By the way, before that was 15 years of her addiction. And living with someone in addiction, especially a son or daughter, is excruciating. You live with grief every single day. So people want to know then, okay, so now Jamie's been murdered. How do I go on? How do I live with joy and happiness and peace and all of that? Did I get over it? Did I get through it? Did I conquer grief? Well, my opinion is that some grief we can and should get over. I think some people are carrying around grief they don't need to, and they're just choosing to lug it around through their entire lives. But I think there is certain grief we're not going to get over. I don't even want to get over Jamie. It's the price I paid for love. And my friend Annelle, who actually I write about, she's in this book, Burn the Map, she called it one time the low hum of grief. And so her son's been in addiction for many, 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 many years, and homeless and in and out of jail and failed rehabs. And it's just been a really rough road for her. But if you met her, you would say, man, this is such a joyful person. How can that be? Wow, she's someone much different than me. I couldn't handle this. Fill in the blank, whatever it is you're going through, whatever grief you're feeling, I couldn't handle that. I can't handle what I am going through. How does she do that? Well, she explained it one time as the low hum of grief. So it's like it's grief humming below the surface. So it's always there. That hole in my heart, it's there forever. It's there to stay. But it's learning how to just live with it as a low hum, as opposed to it becoming a loud scream. And I would guess that if Annelle were here right now, she'd say the same thing. Sometimes it is a loud scream, but we can't let that grief scream all the time, or it destroys everything. It steals all of our joy, our happiness. It steals our future. It steals our freedom. So you can learn to just let the grief hum below the surface. I like to say that I made a deal with the hole in my heart, that it was okay if it stayed, and I would honor it when it needed attention, but I refused to crawl inside, because once you do, it's game over. You can learn to live with that low hum of grief and still have a life filled with joy and happiness and peace and all of the other highs and lows that are part of life.